In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. One thing, one thought which stays in our mind, come back to our mind repeatedly is what he will think about me, what she will think about me. What the people will say if I do this thing, what the people will say, and if I don't do this thing, again, what the people will say. So, what the people will say has gained too much importance and too much of the place in our minds. That is something really worth worrying. We need to think, we need to reconsider this attitude of ours. My question is, do we think that much whether it is morally and ethically okay or not? If I do that, what my conscience will say, what the morals and the ethics say about it. And if I don't do, what my morals and ethics, my conscience will say about it. Do we think like this? Usually not. There is a story of a father and son who were living in a village. They had to go to another village. They were having a donkey to ride. They took a donkey, they took their donkey, and the father sat on the horse, started riding, while the son held the rope. They were walking. Somebody criticized that the big father is sitting on the donkey while the younger son is walking. That's injustice. That's not good. These people could not bear the criticism. They just changed the situation. They changed the scene. The father came down and then started walking. The son came to ride the donkey. Someone criticized again that the older father is walking while the younger son, the son who is young, can walk easily, is riding the donkey. These people could not bear the criticism. Both of them sat on the donkey, this was really wrong, and the people, one person criticized that it is injustice to the donkey. They thought now only one position is left to avoid the criticism of the people. Both of them started walking. Again, someone else criticized that these people are foolish, that they do have a donkey, but they don't take advantage of it. They are walking, and the donkey, they are just walking without anybody sitting upon its back. So, as for the criticism of the people is concerned, I think that the people will criticize. Some of the people, not necessarily everyone else, at least some of the people will criticize. At least some of the people will criticize. No matter what you are doing, what way have you adopted. So I think that there should not be any need to be afraid of the criticism. Something which is important is to know whether it is morally, ethically okay or not. whether it is rationally okay or not. If at all the rationality does permit it, if at all morals and ethics does permit it, then there is no harm in doing it, then it's okay and there is nothing to worry. As for the people who remain overly concerned about the opinion of the people, I think these people are the people of the weak mind. Weak minds are not good at all. We need to develop the strong minds. We should be able to do something despite the criticism of the people, if at all it is needed on the one hand and morally okay on the other hand. And we should not be doing anything else which is not morally and ethically okay, which is not allowed by our conscience, which is not allowed by the established rules. I think we should start thinking differently. People living in the villages and the smaller areas, there is far less freedom over there, and these people are much found dependent upon the opinion of the other people. They people don't want to get the criticism of those around them. There is not a good concept of freedom over there, particularly in the villages of Pakistan and the countries like Pakistan, which are not developed societies at all. I wonder, why don't we take care of much? Why don't we take care much about what's okay morally, ethically? Why don't we care that much? We must be doing it actually. And if we don't do that, obviously we are not going to be called the right sort of people, the conscientious people. I think we do have to take care of the freedom. As for the freedom we have got, this freedom must not be sold at all to the people, to the general public. It must be kept with us. It must be enjoyed. It must be exercised. And it must not be sacrificed at all. Because if at all we don't care much about the freedom of ours, our freedom of action, I think we are not we will not be a wise person at all. Rather, we will be a foolish person. We don't need to become a foolish person at all. We don't need to surrender our freedom. Surrendering our freedom is not a good option and good option at all. I think so. Nothing is maybe as important as the morals and the ethics, as nothing is as important as the values and the conscience. And after that, it is one thing. That one thing is freedom. Freedom must not be, must not be thrown away, must not be sacrificed. Freedom in the life of a person is having more value. It should be considered. I think we need to understand the true value and the true worth of the freedom, and we should not be overly dependent upon the opinion of the other people, because as far the opinion of the other people is concerned, this opinion will keep changing. And as for those people who are influenced much, who are who care much about the opinion of the people, these people are the people of the weak mind, and these people are the people of the weak willpower. I think it is the willpower which is needed, and it is the freedom, it is the freedom of ours which is more important than anything else. If at all the rules, if at all the laws commit something, I think we must be only taking care of the conscience we are having, of the morals and the ethics, of the values. Otherwise, as for the rest of the things are concerned, I think these are not paying much of the attention. But if at all we do keep caring much what this person is thinking about me and what that person is thinking about me, I think it is not fair at all. We are not doing something fair to we ourselves, and I think so that unless and until we don't we don't stop doing this, unless and until we don't stop caring much about the opinion of the people, about what people are found saying, I think we cannot exercise our freedom, we cannot enjoy our freedom, and our life will not be enjoyable at all. And I think so life has been given to us once and only once, so why to sacrifice it? Why not to take care of it? And why not to know? Why not to understand the true importance of it? My dear friends and fellows in Pakistan and abroad, so these are the smaller things which a general person, which an ordinary person, which a layman maybe will be found sacrificing, ignoring, overlooking. I think so. It should not be done, and we should take stand. Thank you. Jazakallah.